Alex and I are going to improvise now on a standard blues progression. Given the nature of this service and the myriad influences and genres we'll be upholding this morning, it's appropriate we take a moment to acknowledge and celebrate the origins of this music and the cultures from which it came. Built around one of the most fundamental structures in all of Western music, what we now know as the blues usually features the 1, 4, and 5 chords of any key, played in a repeating pattern of various complexity and combination. Though these chords and the pentatonic scales that lend that edgy, bluesy quality to this genre of music existed in many forms in different cultures before the first African slaves were brought to these shores, what we call the blues is a direct result of the African American cultural identity, which is, of course, rooted in the experience of a people struggling for freedom and dignity. Great art can, and often does, come from deep pain. We as an American culture have profited in untold and innumerable ways from the pain of people of color throughout our history, be them slave or free, indigenous or immigrants or refugee. Jazz, country, rock and roll, punk, rap and hip hop, folk, Broadway, all have been influenced by the blues and the cultural context from which it came, which again is the story of a people rising above oppression. As a white musician, it is always difficult to know exactly what is appropriate to perform, and when covering a specific work might just not be respectful. When in doubt, it's generally advisable not to perform something, but we acknowledge cross-cultural sharing of art is an important and necessary part of relationship and can be done, but only with the utmost respect and acknowledgement of context. So before we play our offertory music, I would personally like to acknowledge and thank all of the musicians of color in my life who have taught me and have shared their wisdom and support of me, my music, and my ministry. So with that said, I hope you enjoy.